I'm saying it like that because if I just went live a couple of minutes ago, excuse my head, and it was terrible. So I'm live now. It's not doing it's supposed to. Anyway, I'm waiting for some people to come on so I can show y'all my dress. Then I'm gonna change out of this dress and throw a t-shirt on or something. Hi, Aliana. We're gonna have a little randomness. Cause this dress I have had since the summertime, early summer. Never wore it. Bought it, never put it on. And I was gonna show y'all it. It's kind of cute. And then I'm gonna throw on a sheet shirt because God Almighty, it's freezing down here. You know, they got the air on because it was in the 80s. And whew, it is cold down here. I'm not even know how I'm gonna stay on because it's freezing down here. And I turned the heater on so I could get some warmth down here. But I do that in the other part of I always close this off because I like it to stay cool because of the fragrances. But baby, it's ice cold. Sabrina, hey girl, hey. It is ice cold down here. So I'm gonna show y'all the dress and then I'm gonna take it off. So let me show y'all. So I bought this. I need to get the app again, but I don't know if it's the 50s because I get cold easy. It's probably it's probably like 69 or so, but it's freezing. Okay. Anyway, picked up this dress this summer, I think at Nordstrom's, and hadn't worn it yet. But I wore it today because we had open house, and it's got pockets. It's kind of short, you know. It's like, but it's cute. Let me show you how the bottom. And so, like, the bottom of it, it's got this little flouncy thing on one side. It's just cute. Now, put this down here. I'm about to go to the side and take this off. Cause I just want to show it. Right? You got it. The pockets. When I felt the pockets today, I was like, why haven't I worn this? Why haven't I worn this? It's so casual. Now I don't know how to style. You know how they be styling? They be like, put on a chunky. What's up with the chunky necklaces again? Do y'all remember when statement necklaces were a thing about 8 years ago? 2016? Right? And it's something. So and now they back and they're acting like there's something new to them. Them things are horrendous. Okay, let me take this off. Hang it back up. I know y'all can still hear me, but I took it off. Oh my goodness. I must put on my robe. It's freaking cold in here. Turn this side. I need to try new serum. Do I have a new serum? No, I don't. Oh, I got a body serum. Where did that come from? Oh, I know where it came from. Duh. You bought it, fool. You bought it. Okay. Let's get this. Oh, goodness. Just cold. Oh, boy. What is this? Why do I have a whole thing of cleanser sitting over here? Huh. Why does it smell like that? Sorry, I'm back. Okay, I'm back. Whew. Okay. Hello, everybody. I am back. All right. I don't even need that thing on. I don't even need it on. Yeah, brooches, they could have left them things too. I remember when I used to wear brooches back in the like 80s. Yeah. Had to put on robe, honey, because this is too much. It's freezing down here. Hopefully, it'll start warming up where my bed is by the time I put on my skincare. And so we had open house at my school. Now, let's just talk about this. The open house debacle. I don't know why urban schools do open house. I know they really want to. Hey, Judith, they really do. But don't nobody show. It's you say it, and barely anybody shows up. So it was like I absolutely saw one, maybe two parents. Now, here's the thing they did. Open house was from 3:30 to 5:30. So you really ain't expecting a lot of parents. You can't possibly be expecting a lot of parents because parents work. Now, I guess the theory is, well, take a day, leave work early. I guess that's the theory. But how many people really gonna leave work early for open house? I can answer that question. Not many. Not many at all. Hey, Cord. Not many at all. So it was just a time to be sitting around. I did a few things. I'm not going to work tomorrow. I got a doctor's appointment. So I worked on that. I worked on, getting my stuff together for that. And that was that. I was done. Whew. Yeah. So that was that. Man, let me tell y'all, I have been caught up on the original Star Trek again. Hey, Mary, I done found them on Amazon Prime from start to finish. And we know that it only lasted 3 seasons. But apparently there was a few that I didn't remember. So I enjoy that. It's like every once in a while you got to go back to these old ones and rewatch them. But now, because I'm watching it on Prime, I get to watch them from the very first one on. Because, a lot of times when you watch them like syndication, they just be throwing them out there. It's not like willy nilly. It's not like they were in order or something. They were just, hey, Drea. Oh my goodness. Oh, 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 hold on. Oh, so they just been thrown. So thank you for the bless you. So yeah, they just been. So this way, I'm watching them in order, and I'm really seeing things. But let's talk about it. And this has always been a conundrum on the Star Trek, especially the first one. Can we talk about how sometimes they have Spock be affected by things before Kirk? How does that work? How does that work? Especially since he has the Vulcan, he's a half Vulcan. Now we know, of course, he is half human, but he is half Vulcan. So how does that happen? Hey, D'Angelo, how does that happen? Like, especially when it comes to things that are very emotional. No, I'm sorry, no. No, no, no. Let's quit playing. Let's quit playing. He is no, this is not gonna happen right like that. So that is one thing that I noticed. And then I noticed that there's a lot of deaths on Star Trek that I never noticed. They kill a lot of these. You be like, oh, you about to die. Because they do. Oh, I got a little cleavage going on right here. They do kill off a lot of like, minor people, but I never noticed how many episodes how they be killing off of some. I'd be like, damn it, I'm on. At some point, you be like, damn, do I really? And when they call you to go down on the planet, and it's gonna be like, I'm sorry, I would start correlating some shit. If I was one of them, because remember on the original Star Trek, they could only take 6 at a time, right? Because that's how many was on the transporter. If I saw Kirk, Spock, Bones, maybe usually they leave McCoy up there so he could watch the thing. But if I saw them three and I was the other three, I'd be worried because I'd be like, there's a high correlation that I might not come back. Right? I would just be like, I might not come back, y'all. I'm just saying, because if you don't expect 2 episodes, if you one of the ones going down in that transporter, it might not happen for you. It might not happen. I'm starting to use my Sunday Riley Good jeans on this skin at least once a week. Because, baby, I need my baby soft skin. And say what you want about Good jeans works. Woo. So that's something I did notice that I had never noticed. Probably because, I was watching it, like I said, not in quite order. So I didn't notice how many people actually died on this show. I'm like, but it makes sense because you are in space. Y'all don't know what's going to happen. So folks going to die. Y'all, I don't have my phone down here. I'm going to show y'all this on another Beyonce's Internet Has Me Gagging part, another episode of that. But I just saw something about some picture. I guess they do it in Thailand or something with a tiger where you sit down on the ground and they get this tiger and they giving it something so it's and they put the tiger's paws on you so you could take a picture with the tiger over your head. The shit that people want to do. And then when it goes awry, everyone acts so surprised. Because I was thinking, because they're giving it like some kind of milk or something, like to keep it. First off, I would not be the people putting the tiger on you, because that's a fucked up job just in general, right? And then as the person getting the picture, I am sure at some point them tigers be going tiger on their ass. Now this one, she did the picture and it was like, but ain't no way. See, that's like when you say stuff on your bucket list, things like that. I just don't understand why they're on a person's bucket list. Let put the tiger's paws on me and take a picture with it. And hopefully the tiger won't bite my fucking head off or rip my shoulders off. I guess that makes it more interesting, more exciting. Because that's all I was thinking as they was bringing the tiger up to do this picture. I was thinking, now if that tiger bite her head off, everybody gonna be upset. Oh my God, a tiger went wild and bit this woman's head off. See, that's what we would hear. Not that this dumbass woman wanted to take a picture with a tiger and it had sitting with its paws on her shoulders and it did what a tiger does, eats the motherfucking prey. Right. And they would kill the tiger. Because, of course, the tiger in the wrong for doing what a tiger does. It's like, are we this? It's like, are we this in need I'm doing something dangerous to feel alive. And she didn't even listen, she didn't even look like a person who got a life like that where she's got to feel some excitement. And what I mean by that, she did not look generational wealthy. Because I think they the only ones people who deserve to be this stupid. Because they're generational wealthy and they can get whatever they want. Or big wealthy, whatever wealthy you are. But like the wealth that you ain't got to worry about bills ever in your life. You've never even thought about a bill, things like that. That's the type of wealth I would think would want to take this picture because, of course, your life, it's not much that you don't get that you want, So maybe on you say, to feel some type of excitement because you're bored, you'll then want to do things like this. But when average Joe decides this is on my bucket list, you sound stupider than them because I'll give them stupidity because you're bored and you just can't find enough things to do it yourself. But a person who has to who ain't got if you ain't got hundreds of millions of dollars and they had it for the last 40 years of your life. Because even if I got hundreds of millions right now, trust and believe that still would not be, no matter what, and I'm still alive 40 years from now and healthy, I can promise you that would not be on my list of things to get done. Before I die, I need to go on and let this tiger put his paws on me and and pat his head on top of my head and take a picture. I can promise you that would not be one, no matter what. That's not going to be on my bucket list. Not at all. Absolutely not. No, thank you. I don't need it. The fuck? I'm just always amazed when I see things like this. Now, let's talk about something that I've noticed on the internet. Have y'all noticed there is a huge plethora of this fake news? And it's like usually kind of like celebrity driven news where they will, and I clearly it's AI. Because that's the whole thing. AI, these people doing AI shit and then they're putting it out there. And so of course, people are looking for engagement and getting people to talk. But I've noticed these and what I mean by that is it'll be these stories like on Facebook or something. And the story will be something like, "Hey girl, how are you?" Where it's like, what do they say? Like it'll be like a supposedly a tweet. Like somebody said something, a celebrity said something about another celebrity, and then celebrity responded back. And then it's like everybody's like, ooh, ooh, ooh. It's like, what? First off, who gives a fuck? But the other thing is, so this is what and everybody chimes in and believes whatever these tweets say or anything. And just like, there's been this thing and people are actually talking about it. Supposedly that Alicia Keys has filed for divorce from Swiss Beats. It's a lie. It's bullshit. But people are still, instead of hearing that it's a lie, I'm still seeing. I saw a person do a whole thing about that's how that. Look at you, 15 years later, he leaving you because it's the same way you got him. He gonna be gone. Now the shit's a lie, and Swiss said it because it's the original thing posts about it came out apparently right while they were on celebrating their anniversary. And so this was like a huge, people were like putting this out. And he was like, well, thank you for telling us we getting divorced. Like, what the fuck y'all talking about? So that's a new thing I've noticed. But even though, real talk, I think I got a thing I'm gonna do. Hear me out. And remember, we're a judgment-free zone. And even if you want to judge me, I don't give a damn. I was looking at something. I saw something because I just get, I'm all over on YouTube now. Honey, I need to create me and OnlyFans AI generated bot, whatever. Because apparently that's a thing now. I mean, we already know a whole lot of stupid AI shits out there. But apparently there are like these sexy, yes, listen, there are these, they are creating AI generated OnlyFans bots and they are getting paid. I mean, because we know there's already AI like YouTube channels that's just driven by AI. I can't, when I see them now, it's just like, no, click it off. I don't want to see anything like that. And I think we should do this as a person. Is that, well, no, you got to do the work because apparently I watched the whole thing on this. Is that the AI generated things only at this point, because there's a site you could use and everything, and it you put in all the information and it generates this sexy bot for you, this sexy AI, and it looks pretty natural. So everybody doesn't know they're this, right? But they only do like 8 seconds. At this point, you can only do like 8-second videos. And so it's like you have to keep doing them and splicing them together. You got to make sure it's all ready so it flows and everything. And you did see some of them. You could see the moment where it was, right? So this is a thing, y'all. I mean, if you think about it, it's just another version of a sex toy. As opposed to you carrying your sex toy around, you got a virtual sex toy. Oh yeah, it definitely sounds like a full-time job. And then of course you got to get enough going on. Cause see, then my question is, right? Because I mean, if you think about it, an AI boyfriend is just a virtual version of like the dolls the people been carrying around for years. Now instead of it, you're just gonna do AI, which sounds even stupider. If you think about it, because at least with the dolls that you buy, you could cuddle with and you could have it in your space. An AI one, you got to get on something like this. So it's like, oh, I got something. I got on this mascara and I think it's coming off. It's trying to go in my eyes, and I'm too lazy taking it. Right. So I could see you having an AI one because virtually you're gonna have a boyfriend or something. It's so hey, I can't say that I can't see that happening. Listen, right? We are living in the black mirror. Oh, we are living in the black mirror. Matter of fact, now that you said that, I feel it even more with this whole administration and everything that's fucking going around here. Please, God. Okay, at this point, I'm starting to feel like, can y'all turn off this? Can we turn this shit off? Because this was feeling Black Mirrorish. Everything that's going on in this country feels like a fucking episode of Black Mirror. You going, is this fucking real? Everything about what's going on. Right. Are we in a glitch in the matrix? What's going on? I'm telling you, I know I haven't been doing anything I got to be honest. I got to really work on my gardening channel. Because for next year, because I be watching gardening channels. I be like, dang, I ain't nowhere near these people's level. I suck. But let me just tell y'all something. And I'm about to order in the morning if it's still available. Every time some crazy shit happen, I promise y'all I buy seeds. I start ordering shit. I got catalogs coming in. I'm like, if I could, I'd go buy some fucking land right now and start and get the fuck away from everybody. But them motherfuckers be in them places. So, it's like in some ways I just I want a good space in the urban, because I think at the grand scheme of things, I think I want to be in an urban setting, because if you go rural, you surrounded by they crazy asses. I would like to go to Canada, but Canada cold. That's the problem because I do like Canada. I could live in, but Toronto is expensive as hell because I do like Toronto, but it's cold. That's my problem because I don't want to live anywhere cold. I mean, Chicago cold enough. I don't need nothing colder than this motherfucker. I just don't. Whew. I can't say I will deal with the cold, considering I live in straight for real cold, right? Baby, I'm trying to tell you. I just need some place that is warm enough for me to garden. I got seeds for everything. And I'm about to order me some garlic, some hard neck garlic. I said, let me just grow some garlic. I'm growing potatoes next year. Listen, I'm gonna have a fucking victory garden going on. Hey, Bashan, because this is too much. Whew. It's like, good Lord. And I'm trying not to talk about it because I'm trying not to let it weigh. But I can promise y'all, this is the most stressed I felt ever. And I think, and I really mean like stressed with the stuff that's going on in the country, that I'm out, that's not in control. Can you go? No. No. I mean, you could, I guess. Can you grow garlic indoors? But no, you get hard neck garlic because you put it in, plant it now, and it just like it kind of does its thing, and it starts growing as soon as it warms up. So something about hard neck garlic needs to, like, rest in the cold, and then it comes up. Now I just decided I need some fucking garlic because I like garlic. Next year I'm about to do a slew of shallots, and I'm trying to figure out how to, like, because I really don't have the space here, but I got to figure this out. How to cure them and everything, and make sure that I give them the space they need. I'm thinking about getting. Listen, the shit got me worried. I just feel like I want to, if I have to just close up and just sit in my house. And I'm not going to say like I think it's going to just be this horrible thing, but I just feel like I need to have some supplies. And I've never felt like that. Y2K, I was like, you people are crazy. But the way these motherfuckers are running around, I'm like, damn. I know, I know that it'll probably, but I mean, we ain't even been a year in this fucking administration, and it feels like 40. Or am I crazy? We have not been a year into this man's administration, and it feels like it's been going on for 40 years. Exactly. After Jimmy Kimmel, and understand, right? I'm like, I mean, like, my job, I can find, I can teach other places. B got a teaching license. We could teach other places. Now, when we make the money we make here, but maybe it don't matter. Just move the fuck up out of here. Cause it's like, Jesus Christ. And that's it. And I'm trying not to talk about it, but that's just how I've been feeling. And you know what but what it also has made me feel like I just want to, like, ground myself in the earth. I want to help the pollinators live because I'm like, fuck it. We need the bees, the butterflies, the non-parasitic wasps. We need everybody. We need the bugs happy. We need all this shit because I just feel like they'd wipe out every fucking thing if they could. Whew, I promise you. Oh, because this is fucking insane. Okay, I just got that out. I had to let it go because I think it's fucking with blood pressure and everything. I'm just like, I'm wound tight. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I'm wound tight. I do need to go get a massage. I got a massage here. I'm gonna have to start just doing something because I feel wound tight. Like right here, I feel just super wound tight. Like I'm like tense all the time, and I got to work on that because I can't let this motherfucker take me down, and because then I'm buying into the madness of what this person is. I don't even like to say his name. I'm starting to feel like he's Voldemort and shit. Let's keep him he who is not who he who should not be named and shit. I don't because I feel like when we say his name 3 times fast in a fucking mirror, my head might explode. I'm just being honest. One of my perfumes is leaning to the right. No, might be leaning to the right. What's leaning to the right? You just call him the dictator. Yeah, that's what he wants to be. Panama does sound nice. But the prices in all these places are going up because they know we're trying to run away. On the shelf behind me. Nothing. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Nope, nothing's leaning. So that's where I am right now. I feel like I should go get a bag of Cheetos and just, I don't even want to eat Cheetos. Let's not eat Cheetos, okay? Yes. Next to the yellow bottle under your. Oh, yeah, they are. They are. You're absolutely right. Why you all up in my business? These are a little bit off. Better, darling. Better. Better. Right. Eat healthy. I need to make me some smoothies. You know, because it's got me on the shook list. You know what I'm saying? All up on my right up under your Delina. Oh, boy. Boy. Now let me tell you, I need to lose weight, but I kind of like having this cleavage because I've never had cleavage in my entire life. But now I got this little just a little. Eh. I feel like a big girl. I got a little line right there. I've never had that because even pregnant with my children, I never got breast. Pregnant, I was still a 34A. A public apology for what? Man, I don't apologize to you. Public apology for what? You be dreaming. Get out your dreams, sir. Get out of your dreams. Out of your dreams. Just get out your dreams, sir. Anyway. But maybe if we eat enough Cheetos, we can. Never mind. Listen, don't let me not say something because they'll be pulling my damn channel off of YouTube. The hell. Right? Oh, you'll scream. Okay, whatever. My head looks a hot mess. Whew. What was I gonna tell y'all before I get off of here? I think I have one more thing to talk about. But then again, maybe I didn't. Because when I come on here like this, most of the time I have absolutely no idea what the hell I'm gonna say or what I'm gonna talk about. This is always impromptu. Hi, Lucinda. Right? You know, I'm starting to think that might be well, there's a lot of people doing it. I have a friend, and I need to check on her. Somebody, well, a person that I was friends with years ago, and you kind of lose touch, but you find each other on social media. She moved to Mexico. She moved to Mexico a couple of years ago. Sold all her stuff and moved to Mexico. Just up and left. I would love to do that. And honestly, before all this happened, right? Before I had grandkids, I had said if I didn't have grandkids by 60, I was going to be moving out the country. So, one of the things I am going to do though, and I'm going to tell this one upstairs to do, we need to be looking at how to teach overseas. So maybe get whatever certification we need to have prepared just in case. Just in case, you never know what's going to happen. Might just need to, just get on plane to go. Get on the plane and go. Brandon definitely would. Um, I don't know if I definitely want to go there. Yeah. Yeah, if he can figure out a way, he's gonna figure out. He's trying to figure out a way not to have a midterm election. The only thing that I think that will save us is if he keeps doing the things he does to the economy like he did the first time around. And I mean, let's just be honest, he's doing more damage than he ever did that first time. If he keeps doing what he's doing to the economy, because let's just be honest, the attention span of Americans is very short, of most people nowadays. So this whole thing with this person that's going down right now, in a month it'll be done. Nobody will even be thinking about it anymore. They're gonna try to throw his name out as much as possible. But what has to happen, and I'm seeing more of it, is that the Democrats have to be as tough and as nasty as they are. Because what's happened over the years is that, but I know he does, he would, if it was up to him, he would not have them happen. But I don't think he's going to be able to make that happen. I don't think he's going to be able to. I don't think that'll go down the way, because I think by that time, no, no, I don't think. Right. I think that, see, here's what we often have to remember. See, it has to hurt them enough for them to say, fuck this, I'll go with something else. Remember this is how they think. And see, the hate is deep enough, but see, there's enough, and this is just being honest, that they're riding the wave of hate because it's popular and they feel like they're getting something out of it. Remember now, most of these folks are not as committed to this as they act like they are. Okay, and that didn't go down well. And he said he was gonna do it in Chicago. You see, he's backing the fuck up off of Chicago. But what I'm saying is that martial law does not, see, he ain't here yet. and he can declare whatever he wants. But remember, the only way, and he keeps saying it, and now this is the scary part, and that's what we have to remember. The only way he can stop those elections is if he declares war. That's the only way it's going to happen. Now, the thing is that is that as we get into this deeper and deeper, see, economically is what's going to change, is going to turn the tide. If the things keep happening economically, then they hey, see, the ones who are in it right now, so many of them, is because they think they're gonna get something out of it. When they really finally get it, then I'm not getting shit out of this, and I'm getting hurt, I'm losing money, I'm losing things. Then that, because that's what happens every time. Let's just be honest, that's how Obama got in, because they were hurting so bad that they was willing to go with that black man. They were willing to go with it. Now, true enough, no one has pushed this envelope of hate like he does. No one's pushed it like he has. But hate ain't got nothing to do with your money. See, when you lose the things that you thought you were going to gain, because see, one of the things we have to remember is that a lot of his constituency, and he has worked, and he has pinpointed them, are the less educated, the poorer people. See, as they pull these federal programs, because remember, this is what they always do. And remember this, we talking hate. What they do in order to get their way is they put the face of me or some other person of color as the face of why we need to do this. For instance, they talk about Section 8. They talk about, federal, food stamps and things like that. And they talk about those things, and they put the face of us, and they say, see, they're using it. They're getting so much from it. And so what they think is going to happen is they're going to take it away from the black people. But what really happens is they take it away from everybody. They just slash the budget. And see, in their mind, they think that this means he's got our back. So whatever he does, he's going to, and that's what they still don't quite get, is that when it happens, he don't give a fuck about you, because the color of freedom is green. It ain't about the color of your skin. It's the color of freedom is green. And what he's about is making money. Right? Right. That's when they wake up. When them federal funds and the federal funds are being fucked with now. When he fucks with these federal funds, that's what wakes them up every time. Because then, see, they forget, oh damn, we getting that shit too. See, they think that there's gonna be some color line that's gonna happen. We're gonna take it away from the black folks. No, they're just gonna take it away from everybody. So the black folks, the brown folks, no, 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 no. It's going to be taken away from everybody. And once it is, that's when they wake up. Because once again, they have to have that pain point. I was talking about this about about kids. The pain point happens, and then that's what. And if within things like the farmers, because see, remember, the farmers was all, yes, we love him, he's got our back. But with the things that he's doing is fucking with their farms. There's that pain point, because now you've been living off of government subsidies. The government been helping the farmers for decades, and now he's cutting those subsidies. Now he's making it hard for them to sell their produce to other countries. Well, as these things happen, that's where these pain points, and that's what happens, because the reality is that there's no rhyme or reason for what's going on right now. It really isn't. This is all about his ego and vanity, So therefore, I mean, because the most interesting thing that's going on now that just tickles me is when you hear him speak. The thing is that it would be one thing if they were writing stuff about him and he could say, no, this isn't what I'm saying. But the words that he puts out under his name and his speaking in when he speaks, it's like the plan can be whatever it wants, and some of it is coming to fruition. But what will happen is that that pain point is going to get so tough for them that then they will rise up. They going they're going to do that. And the other part is, and this is what Democrats have to do, they have to keep pushing that information out there. See, usually the Democrats do this, we're going to take the high road and we're going to be better than them. And we're not going to. No, you can't be like that. You have got to keep pushing it. Yeah, you see how you ain't got no money now. You have to keep pushing those things and keep reminding this is happening right now. Because think about it. Whenever something happens, he blames Obama and Biden. He puts it all on Obama and Biden, and they go, yes, Obama and Biden. But in a minute, they're gonna go, but no, this ain't Obama. And every time that happens, did it his first time, and other people have done it. It takes them about a year to figure out, no, this ain't really them. It's you, partner. It's you, partner. And I think, and I'm being real with y'all, I think, and that's why I'm trying to let go of some things. I think that part of this narrative that they're trying to push out is trying to make us think, um, is trying to make us think that they have more power than they do. They have more popularity than they do. You know what I'm saying? I think I mean, because the spin is there. So, but if we keep hearing it, like these people are they as popular as we think they are? No. Let's just be honest. He ain't as popular. He had a whole parade and shit. And nobody came hardly. So those things are not going the same way. But if they act like everybody wants them, everybody's into it. This is the way. This is what you want, and they keep pushing that narrative. We believe it because they're pushing it out like that. I honestly don't believe as many people are true believers of this. Then let's just be honest. There's less true believers and more people that would not vote a black woman. And let's not just say black woman, would not vote a woman in. Because let's be honest, his 2 times that he ran against a woman, and a white woman and a black woman. And it's nothing again, it's about our country. And even these wonderful little white women, they were not going to vote a woman in. And let's just be honest. So if they had had somebody, it wouldn't have gone the same way. It wouldn't have gone the same way because ultimately people, they gonna vote, they were okay with voting for somebody other than him if it looked like, if it was still a white man. The issue has been women. They ain't gonna vote us in, y'all. They just not. Our country is not there to vote a woman in. Other countries do it all the time. We just ain't, because there's so much misogyny in our culture, in our country, and the misogyny runs deep. It ain't just the men, it's the women. And that's where the issue is. It's not the men, it's the women. Because if the women wasn't voting for this shit, he wouldn't have won. But they got behind him. Yes, it is. It's leaning. You are right. Get off my shelves. And that's what the issue is. Um, and I think as long as other people put out more information and as they hurt, see, there's a combination. In order to for this to work, and it's starting to, people have to keep putting out the information, letting people see. And I'm honest, be honest with you. Eventually, it's gonna be enough people to say he sound crazy. The only see here's what we hear when we hear sound bites, we hear from his people. We don't hear from the people who who are just the everyday basic Republican who just said, I don't want that black woman. Right? We hear the MAGA hat wearing people like, I love him. If they would stop pushing that narrative out and letting us see in them all the time, then it would be it would be a more truthful of what people are actually thinking, and we are seeing more of it. So as long as, but the Democrats, the liberals have to play as dirty as they do. If they keep pushing things and keep talking about the things, like for instance, AOC and Jasmine Crockett, we know they're not, they can't run for, no. However, as long as they keep talking, as long as Gavin Newsom keeps doing his thing, as long as my governor keeps doing his thing, as long as people and other lawmakers and other politicians keep putting out the information like this is what's happening and letting people see it, as their pain increases, then they'll start believing it because it's like, well, damn, the same thing that happened the last time. And I have a feeling if he see what he's trying to do is fix the elections by gerrymandering. But I think we should let him try it, because what's going to happen is I think that's going to fall flat. No, but no, it's a lot of them speaking up now. I know that they tend to be rooted in that, but they're getting there's nope, they're starting to speak up. They are honestly, I'm seeing more Democrats speaking up, putting out legislation, even if they know it ain't gonna go through. They're putting out that legislation because by doing it, you're gonna see something. Oh, that most definitely, Lucinda. Let me tell you something. It has to be Gavin Newsom at this point. A, because he coming for him, and B, because he's a good-looking white man. And we know how did Nixon lose to Kennedy based on looks? Listen, if it goes down, we need him because the white women love Gavin Newsom, even the conservatives, because he's a good-looking white man. See, they trying to come from they come from my governor because they like, he just needs to be the running mate because he the money man. He come from money. He makes money. So he like he said, I'm a billionaire too. Now what? So he's not afraid of those things. You can't talk to him like that because he got that money too. So, because I mean, people talk shit about my governor, whatever. I'm still gonna vote for him. If I got to campaign for his ass, I'm gonna try to campaign to keep his ass as the governor, because ultimately he at least has balls, unlike a lot of people. But I'm seeing, as we getting further and deeper in this, I am seeing more people speaking out, politician wise, lawmaker wise, as opposed to just being, oh, so nice. Yeah, oh, most definitely, because shit, he got Pritzker got a lot of hate here too. Because you have to understand that the Democrats is around me. The rest of the state is red. It's just that we have so much of the a density of the population, that's why he got in, and that's why we get a lot of, we always come in blue, not because of southern. There's just enough in central and southern Illinois, but the majority of the blue is Chicago and the collar counties. It's not the rest of the state. Mm-mm. And the collar counties are a little iffy too, because but when it gets tough, they vote blue too, because they get scared, because it's the pain points. If the things happen, like for instance, if that damn South Korean uh plant down in Georgia don't happen, oh, that's gonna be a motherfucking pain point right there. Oh, that's a pain point. If they can't make that deal happen again, if they can't get them people here and get that damn thing up and running before the elections, Georgia's in trouble. Georgia's in trouble because they gonna be big pissed. They gonna be big pissed if them 9,000 jobs don't make it to that state. And who's ever running, they gonna remind them, yeah, this is why we got it going on. As ICE keeps doing, they keep using ICE as this, Gestapo kind of vibe here, and it keeps backfiring because, of course, they are just unchecked and just doing whatever the fuck they want to do. It's going to create this, wait a minute. And of course, if other countries keep pulling back away from us, our GDP is going to hit the toilet. And then that's what's going to hurt these folks, because whatever we do have that we, export, if we ain't exporting it, some folks going to be in their feelings. And if the cost of imports continue to go up, yeah. So it's got to be that pain point. And it's going to be money, because of course that's what makes the world go round. So when people feel that pain, which happened after his first election, when they start feeling the pain of their finances going down, right, and that the soybean farmers can't sell to China, and that was a huge amount of their crops were go to, you got farmers that's how they did. They sold soybeans to China, and now the China's like, fuck you, I ain't taking your soybeans. And now they got a whole season of crops, which means that the government needs to subsidize that. And the government ain't gonna do it because he's cut all that kind of stuff. Why? Because it wasn't about the color lines. It was just about slash and burn, because that's what we're going to do. By the way, where is Elon? Baby, he gave Elon control. Elon did his thing and walked the fuck on. And whatever he did and whatever he was getting, he got. And now he's gone and minding his own business. Man. When it finally comes out what Elon got, oh, these motherfuckers gonna be mad as hell, because we know he got something out of that shit. Plus, and I mean, if you think about it, it's already started to crumble, because remember, Elon, they started breaking ties when Elon was supposed to no, that was just some little pink like Christmas trees, like the bottle brush Christmas trees. I just haven't taken down. Get off my shelves. Because remember, Elon was supposed to be tackling Wisconsin and getting there, and that didn't work right soon after the election. When Elon came to Wisconsin, and Wisconsin is a red state. For them, he came there with his money to do some damage, to get that shit in order, and it went right out the door. So it's all there. There's trickles of it already happening, and it will become an avalanche like it did before. And no matter what he says, there's certain things that I just don't see happening because. Mhm. Right. Yeah, we knew he was going to take all that SSI numbers and private information. We knew that. We knew that was what he went to. That's what he wanted. Now what he does with it is going to be interesting. And if something comes up about that scares the fuck out of them, oh, then it's really going to be bad. If something comes up about them Doge people and that affects his constituency, his people, then it's gonna be bad. But like I said, I think that we have to pull back, allowing the face of MAGA to be so strong because everybody ain't feeling that way. And the more we make them look weak, the more they will lose credibility. Like, like what was the Sarah and all of them, whatever that shit was, because right now there is already starting to be fractures within that ultra conservative shit. Hmm. Yeah. Right. 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 He successfully, yeah, because everybody that was investigating his companies have been defunded. So this is what happens when you allow somebody who calls himself a businessman. And this is an interesting thing, though. But I get it because we live in space and times where it's all about the image. He, whatever his name is, the thing up in DC, he has been able to give this image of wealth and making money, and the people still won't understand how many companies he bankrupted doing it. They don't understand how many times he's gone bankrupt. And they're like, well, he pulled himself up by his bootstraps. He wasn't one of y'all. And that's the interesting thing, is that they equate him with them. Yeah, he was never one of y'all. He comes from money. It ain't like he was out here poor. He didn't live in he didn't grow up in a trailer park. He came from a wealthy family and lost money over the years and then gained it back because he was in those circles and things. It's like, so to think that his allegiance would be with the poor is the stupidest shit ever. The poor white people, let's be clear, not the poor white people. And then the goofy ass people of color who I like. Why you like him? Because he don't like shit about you. And that's the even more interesting part. I gotta say, black folks, let's put them on the number one. He has made it very clear that he don't like black folks. And yet and still you all voted for him, the ones that did. And y'all vote for him and try to justify, and they can never give you a clear-cut answer why they voted for his ass. Listen, I got a cousin who voted for his ass. I blocked that motherfucker. I don't block people too often, but I blocked this time around. I started blocking motherfuckers. So I don't need a fuck to see what you got to say about this shit. So I mean, I got a cousin. Shit made no sense. I reached out to another cousin. I said, your fucking crazy ass cousin is a Trump supporter. We all blocked them. It was like fucking crazy shit. Because there's nothing about a black person or a female that he really likes, except to like to have, the farce of women around. I don't know. It's just when you hear him speak, I often wonder, do they even know? I mean, like, how can anybody with any semblance of intelligence. Listen to the shit that comes out of his mouth as our president and think, yeah, this is a good representation. He sounds insane. He sounds like he has some sort of dementia. And I don't even want to say dementia, because is that what we gonna call it? Or we just gonna call it he sound like he is just, I don't know. Because every time I hear something, one of him saying something, I'm like, and I have to wonder the people who can actually listen to him and say, yes, yes, say that. And I mean, he babbles on. I He babbles on like he has no idea what's going on, that he's the president, that, it just feels like, do you even know what your title is? Do you even know that you should sound like you make some fucking sense? Like you got some sense? Like you got some intelligence? He sounds like cosplay. I don't know, y'all. It's just mind-boggling. Yeah. But anyway, let's go on. I'm going to go to bed now. I've got to get up early because even when I don't have to go to work, I still got to get up early because our household runs on getting these kids to school. Maybe so. Maybe so, Jenny. Reduce blood flow from high blood pressure. I was going to say something, but nowadays you don't even know what to say. Okay. But I will say the MAGA trolls ain't out like they used to be. Because I will say this. The first time he was around, I used to get MAGA trolls all the time. I don't get them like I used to. Do y'all remember on my old channel, baby, them trolls were coming for me. I don't know if they've already, like I said, am I on the no troll list? Or, they just ain't trolling like they used to. Because he's such a good troll, they don't need to troll anymore. Guess we can say it like that. Okay, y'all. I'm gonna turn this mic off. I'm about to get out of here. I'll probably go live tomorrow. Maybe talk about some fragrances, even though I'm really not up on the new fragrances as always. All right, y'all. Good night. 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 See you later.